The people who died and were swept away, where did their truck come to rest, finally?
Okay, the question was, where did the truck come to rest of the folks who didn't survive? I have not had anyone who was on that part of the rescue pointed out to me exactly, but my understanding is it came to rest above Zabriskie Point and a little bit below the entrance road to 20 Mule Team. Now, where it entered the water and where it got washed off or part of the road caved in, I don't know exactly. As we drove up here, we could see many, many points where the road could have given way and people in a vehicle could have fallen in. We don't know. But because they still had their seat belts on, it leads us to believe it was quick and fast. But I'll tell you, as I joked with somebody else earlier about myself, that when I got caught in that little bit of floodwaters, I don't swim and I don't like water. And it wasn't very comfortable to me. I was very glad and very lucky to be out of there. And next time I go out, want to go out when it's flooding, my partner Alan and my mother authorized him to block the door and not let me out of the house there. Other questions?
What type of mine is Billy Mine?
Billy Mine is a borax mine. We see the buildings that we saw that are out of sight now, but the buildings were from Ryan or from older historic borax mines. The main frame and the material we see over there is the above ground evidence of a Billy Mine that is 300 or 400 feet underground. On the human infrastructure in the road, on the people who died, in human terms, of course it was a disaster. But in natural terms, in the long scheme of things to Death Valley, whether it's a 100-year or 500-year event, I tell you, there's a lot of mesquite trees down there that are smiling. They've got more water than they've seen in a long time. These creosote all around us are looking green and happy. They got lots of water. So for the natural events here, some of the vegetation was uprooted and destroyed. Other seeds were spread for miles, and they will eventually sprout when we get enough rain. So for the hottest, driest spot in the country, it was just another natural event that seems like a disaster to the humans who were here or were affected by what happened. But Death Valley is a natural park, and it was a natural event. I do want to point out one thing, and this is important for all of you, because you folks travel, you vacation. In the summer, it is natural to have a wet season in Southern California, especially Arizona, New Mexico. A lot of the rain that time of year comes in the form of summer thunderstorms. We occasionally get them here in Death Valley, but when you travel around these areas, when you see those signs that say, don't enter Wash if flooded, take it serious. If you've ever seen the pictures of Las Vegas or Tucson and people there ignoring the drainages that say don't enter if flooded, you know what we found out? We found out that Hummers and four-wheel drives float just as well as any other vehicle. And you try to go through a flooded area, they'll still float away. They'll still have to rescue people from the roof with a helicopter if they're lucky enough to be rescued. So be safe. If it says don't enter when flooded, you can't tell if there's 4 inches of water or if it was undercut and there's 4 feet of water. You see the edges of the road here, how the water works and undercuts the side. So be safe. That water will recede, and then you can safely cross it. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
We got another one. Go ahead.
Do you still need a little more rain to make up flowers?
The question was, do we need a little more rain to get the flowers going? I can tell you one thing, the rains of August didn't help the flowers at all. It certainly helped these perennial plants that are here year-round. Now the later rains we had September 11th did help things. I see at the southern end of the park a lot of sprouting. We've already had some rains in October. Those rains closed the Scotty's Castle Road for a couple of days. They closed Titus Canyon. It's a good start up there. Any rains we get now can only be good, but we're not guaranteed flowers yet. We still need some more rains in November, December, January. But this is a start. From the short time we've been here, the sprinkles have kind of stopped for us. But as we look towards the Panamints, we can see the haze of the rain. It's raining over there. It's predicted to rain more this afternoon and tomorrow. Whether it's significant, I doubt it. It is not a summer thunderstorm. It's not a major winter storm. I don't think, I won't say I'm positive because I've been wrong so many times before, but I don't think or expect any more flooding. Any more questions?
Yes, one.
Go ahead.
We've been getting mixed information on Titus Canyon.
Yeah.
And it's open or it's closed. We want to ride our motorcycles through there. Is it closed?
Good question. They've been getting mixed information on Titus Canyon. And I'll tell you something, so have we. So have we. And I am not happy about it. But the definitive answer I have is it's closed and you're out of luck. You cannot drive through it. You probably won't be able to drive through it. We are hoping that they will be able to grade the lower section, which also got flooded and usually stays open. That was where some of the confusion was. We thought that lower section was open. It turns out it wasn't. It was also impacted. And if they can get the crews in there, but we got crews up here. We got crews trying to open Artist Pallet Road for you. So I won't guarantee they'll get in there. But from what I understand, they're probably not going to get the main part of Titus because there's several days of work and they're still working on Artist Pallet here. And unfortunately, we don't have enough people to be in 3 places at the same time. Yes, sir?
Are we going to caravan back, or are we on our own?
No, you're not on your own. We're still in the closed area. I've got my law enforcement ranger here with the pretty lights, and he's going to escort us down. So I am willing to give you a couple of minutes if anyone's desperate to use the restroom. Otherwise, we're going to need to get back in the vehicles. We're going to need to go down. I'm going to be driving a little faster. I will slow down in the gravel areas, but we're headed out. We're closing the gate behind you.